So I just want to start this little thing where sometimes I do card pull and to get into a little routine with doing little spiritual things. I got a combination of two decks, my Korean Oracle deck and this deck called Spiritual Junkie. Give you the forecast for today. Or message, whatever. Oh, okay, that's too much. I'm not doing that, Spirit. Less than that, because there was like 6 cards, and I'm not doing that. Just like a card or two as a message. Ooh, 2 cards. Shaman and Magpie Spirit. So Magpie Spirit, especially with Koreans, that's like good luck. So there can be spiritual good luck. And I feel like I have to pull another card. Today's the 10th, so that's like beginnings. Ooh. I am committed to bringing forth my greatness. I will no longer play small. So especially with the Shaman card here and the good luck. I think definitely looking to your higher power. Let me put this together. It came out this way. So I'll make sure you guys are seeing it in the order that it came out. So yeah, especially with everything that's coming out, good luck. You know, it's hard. Like many of us know, it's hard to stand out in a way. And what I mean that is like when you really step in your power, people are going to notice that. People are going to see that shit. And of course, many of us being human, we could be fearing judgment, you know? And the big message here is call into your higher power, your God, Goddess, universe, ancestors, but also keep sisterhood came up, especially if you're feminine. I know with my ancestors, it's all my like older female feminine ancestors that are always coming through for me. Yeah, definitely, you know, sit in silence, prayer, meditate, you know, whatever you feel called to do to help you, you know, stand in power, you know, ask God, Spirit, you know, it's like, please give me the strength to stand in my power, give me the confidence, and keep showing me signs that you have my back. That's usually like a type of prayer I'll do. That's usually my suggestion. And let me see, I do feel like pulling another card. Whoa, 2 cards. 3 cards came out. I just talked about ancestors. What does this say? I'm willing to see my sameness with others. This opens my awareness to oneness. And when I think of oneness, I think of like, God, oh yeah, warrior spirit. This has been coming out a lot when I've been shuffling and thinking about like me and my community. So obviously thinking, you know, higher spirit, God, ancestors, those that, you know, it's like prayer to help you fight to be your best self. Sorry, my nose is like sniffly. Also, I'm like still kind of waking up, but I do feel like that's a strong message with everything that's going on in the world. That we got to look to something much bigger than ourselves, you know, and it's not to minimize our strengths and our progress, you know, like the things you did in your life, like you should be proud of it, like the good things you did and the progress you made, you absolutely should be proud of yourself. There's no doubt about that. But, you know, with all of us being human, and of course to each their own, I know everybody's not spiritual, that's okay. alright? But just know that there are things bigger out there. There's, girl, I think Mercury's gonna be in retrograde soon, and I'm pretty mercurial, so around that time I get very tongue-tied. So that's just a heads up. But yeah, we can lots of times feel alone, even if we're surrounded by people. And I know I'm one of many that deeply understand what that's like. But know that even strangers want you to do good. You know, I've spoken to many people in my lives and in my life, I said lives, in past lives. That's another thing I want to get into. I'm heavy into like past lives and things like that. I've done like so many readings on that. It's so interesting how it like connects to this life and all that. But yeah, you know, I have like, I wouldn't be here without tapping into a higher power. Like, you guys, people, I went to school, I was like the most depressed person that they know. And not like that's competition, but like I was going through shit and being neurodivergent and different diagnoses, like mental and physical health things. It made things a lot more intense for me. So it affected me strongly mentally and physically. And you know, it's sad because like lots of times we could be diagnosed very late in life with certain things, and then it's like healing from that trauma, you know, from being diagnosed late in life. But yeah, like I said, I wouldn't be here without tapping into my higher power. You know, I'm very lucky to be alive. You know, and I'm very lucky not to have health problems from certain things in the past, from trying not to be here anymore. You know, I made sure to get tested for different things. I was like, you know, this is things I did to try to end my life. And I got tested for everything. Doctor's like, you're so lucky that you're still alive and to not have any damage. Like, that's, there's no logic behind that scientifically, right? And the only thing that makes sense is spiritually. Like, God really looked out for me, and I'm trying not to get emotional, but it's a good emotional. But God really like came through for me, and I'm really grateful for that, because I used to be so furious, like blood boiling. Oh my gosh, I used to be so mad because I was like, I have nobody. Like, everybody abandoned me. Most people I knew abandoned me, told me they didn't want to be around me. But yeah. Anyways, besides that, today is a big day. My son's graduating high school, so in a couple hours I'll be heading out to that. He already left out because I know they have to like prepare or whatever. I'm so glad he's going to that, because I know in high school for me, I had to go to summer school because, like I said, I did not have a good childhood at all. I had a fucked up childhood, like many of you can strongly relate. But I'm so glad he gets to graduate and things like that. He's never been to summer school, thankfully. But, you know, he still had struggles and things like that with, you know, Tourette's, and like, because Tourette's runs in my family on my dad's side. With me, with Tourette's, I didn't have verbal tics, but I have like facial tics, like a lot of times it's with my mouth, or like little things like touching my neck, or, you know, it's little subtle things. But sometimes people notice, sometimes not. You know, it's just little things. So you wouldn't think it's like that. Like, you wouldn't automatically think Tourette's, but like I said, mine is very subtle. Yeah. I know, what do you call it, yesterday I did mention in the video I posted yesterday about the Jupiter Venus conjunction, I think it's called, an expansion. So June is a 6 month, right? And 6 is also connected to Jesus Christ. It's like Jesus Christ energy, divine energy, Christ energy, God, goddess, and then we're in a 1 year, and then 6 and 1 is 7. So it's heavy, like spiritual and research, and also connected to science. So just from my spiritual standpoint, like my spiritual advice is definitely use this month to meditate, pray, just sit in silence with yourself. You don't have to do hardcore, like, oh, I gotta meditate for half an hour. No, do what you feel is like relaxed. Don't feel like, oh my God, I really gotta do this. It's like, no, it's something that has to flow. And whatever, you could be listening to music, you could be working out, as long as it's gonna get you in that, like that mental flow where it's like that, you know? So this month has like a 7 energy. Next month will be like 8 energy. And that's like movement, and it can be karmic. So I said my personal spiritual advice is use this month to meditate and things like that. Ask God, the spirit, the divine to help guide you on your path and what's best for you, whether you understand it or not. And ask for signs and things like that. It's like, am I on the right path? Like, please help me to make the right decisions. And then see how that works out. And also what I do suggest, this is just works for me, like write down, or you could record it, what you get when you meditate, feelings, and a way to meditate that I've always liked is like always use your 5 senses, right? Like when you daydream, like imagine it. What does it feel like? And when those things happen, like what do you smell? What do you hear? What do you feel? Like if you're touching a fabric, So yeah, so with this month being like 7 energy, and then 8, and then 9, because next month will be 8 energy with the 7 plus 1, and then after that it'll be 9, because then 8 plus 1 is 9. So how I see is you pray now, ask for guidance, then next month there'll be movement. 9 months, there could be endings of things that no longer serve you. And then the month after, which will be September, so that's the 9, but plus this 1 year, it could be 10, like bringing endings, but also beginnings. So some things will come full circle. So what really helps is writing things down. But yeah, that's all I got for today. I don't want to make this video too long. And I hope you guys have a great day. I hope you guys have a great week. And I will try to post more videos like this because I just feel called to. And this is something that, I'm passionate about. It means a lot to me, like spiritual things and stuff like that. And I just want to share it with people. And those who resonate with it, you could, watch more videos. And as always, I had to pause. Being in Philly, it's city, there's gonna be cars. And I live on a busy street, it's loud. As always, if this doesn't resonate, don't even try to make it resonate. Go by your belief system. I don't want you to feel like you have to go by what I believe. If you feel like this is not for you, don't force it. Do not force it. And before you watch any spiritual video, always ask your higher self, your God, your spirit, goddess, whatever it may be, whatever the higher power may be. It's like, please help me, guide me through this, and to only bring in things that are of the highest good, of pure divinity, of pure good, to help guide me in this life. To anything. I don't care if you're watching my shit or somebody else's shit. If somebody else is telling you like, oh, you need to work with this deity or things like that, always use discernment. Because this is why I separate myself from most of the spiritual community. because of a lot of toxicity, because there's toxicity everywhere. And we always got to use discernment. But yeah, anyways, have a great day, and I'll see you in the next video.